Sponsored by Mount Pleasant Magazine. The November-December issue of Mount Pleasant Mag is always full of heart, and this year's edition features one of our favorite people. Here he is, Bill Macchio, along with the man himself, Mr. Julian Smith. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Why did you feature this man? I know why he did, because this guy goes all over the world. He developed a small race into probably the biggest 10K anywhere in the world.
It is an awesome race.
But why did you feature Julian this November, December?
Tom, this is our biggest heart issue. November, December tends to be the time we all reflect on people that do great things in our community and do great things around the world for the most part. But Julian has done some really great things for the community, and he's an icon for the bridge run and a lot of good deeds. He's a good deed guy. Yeah. Tommy Baker said, there was a film that somebody did on, that Robert actually did on Julian, and Tommy Baker called him, Robert Smith, and Tommy calls him the silent giant. I really like that. I did. I told you that in the green room.
But over the years, and let's first get to, what did it feel like to you to be on the front of the magazine? Because I mean, that's a pretty big honor.
Yeah, it was a great honor, and I thank Bill for giving me the opportunity. But I've had a lot of fun with it, because Bill sent me some really funny texts.
We probably need to keep those confidential.
No, they were funny. Like, he'd go in a grocery store and there'd be a whole rack of my pictures.
Take a picture of it and send it to him. Julian's everywhere.
That's great. You got a big wellness expo coming up in January. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's actually, this is the poster for it, if you want to hold it up.
Sure.
But you know, when I was the director of the Wellness Center years ago, I had the Health and Wellness Expo, and it was very successful, and the Bridge Run Board wanted me to do a second event, so I said, can I bring my Health and Wellness Expo back?
Oh, cool.
So they said, yeah, and so I got with Bill, and he partnered with me, and I think this will be our third year. We've done a great
Health Links is a big sponsor.
We've done a great job getting it out to
I've enjoyed that, by the way. That's been a good partnership.
Yeah, it has been good.
Back to what you've done for the Cook River Bridge Run, you get hired from people all over the world to go, and they fly you first class because you're kind of a tall guy. You go everywhere in the world.
Usually I'm in the back of the bus.
But you go and you analyze these races, and then and they pay you to do that, and you analyze these races, and you say, this is what you're doing right, and this is how you can really improve it.
Right.
But I mean, you've been to what, Croatia?
Yeah,
and Hawaii,
six times.
I
did.
They really like you over there.
I helped do a race in.
Look, he's Torleski.
I helped do a great race in Honolulu. It was almost like one of these mud run kind of things, but it was more like Ninja Warrior because you had to climb up the wall.
Oh wow!
And I laughed so hard at that race because there were people that shouldn't have been climbing that wall. And I just laid on the ground and laughed.
Oh my goodness.
It was so funny. But I critiqued it for the guy. His name's Kabu, he's Hawaiian. And I critiqued it for him and told him, you know, he needed to find some other sponsors to bring the revenue stream up.
Yeah.
And then I showed him how to budget and get it all done.
That is fantastic.
But that was one of the most fun days that I can remember in my life, was just laying on the ground laughing.
Just laughing at some people that didn't need to be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, there were people running up that wall that should have never even thought about it.
You know, you raise a lot of money. I mean, there's a lot of money that comes up. We can't get into that, but Bill, real quick, the 2019 Best Of coming up?
It's coming up.
Yeah.
It's coming up. It'll be the next issue, January, February edition. Tom, we had 52,465 votes this year. So in the 7 years we've been doing it, we've had over 278,000 votes.
Wow.
Is that crazy or what?
No, it's not crazy, because that's what it should be. That's what it should be. Always good to see you here, my friend. Thanks, guys, for coming in. We got more coming up in just a moment. We're out of time. We got more coming up and more Lowcountry Live in just a moment. Stay with us.